Okay, so perception. I was thinking about perception because, sometimes people see us one way, but that may not be the actual way that we are or who we are. So I was thinking about a sermon that I shared with my church family. It's probably been maybe a couple months ago now, but it came from Mark, the 11th chapter, starting at the 11th verse. But just go ahead and read the whole chapter because it's good. It's a lot of great nuggets in there. But what was going on is Jesus was hungry. He was looking for food, and he saw the fig tree in a distance. And the fig tree, when he got to it, it was beautiful. Of course, it was green. Everything looked, it appeared as though the tree was bearing fruit, that it was flourishing. And so he cursed the tree because it had been over a period of time that the tree hadn't produced. And so when I was, just kind of sharing with my church family, the Lord had laid upon my heart about how does He see me. You know, we do a lot of great things for people. We are interacting with people. We are sharing with people. We are working alongside of people. We live with people. And yet sometimes we don't know how they see us. They don't know all of our shortcomings. They don't know all of our imperfections. And it was just so amazing to me that when I was reading it and when I was studying it and when I was praying about it, people give you great accolades. They can sometimes tell you how wonderful you are, how caring or loving you are, because, that's a part of who you are. But sometimes they don't see the sadness, the loneliness, the sorrow, the whatever it is that's within you. But the thing is, how does God see you? How does He, when He sees you in a distance, what does He see? My thought to my church family was, I don't want to look like one thing to people and God see me in a distance. I don't want to appear one thing to my family and yet my heart is far from the Lord. So I thought I would just kind of share that with you guys today, because we're trying to reflect and to give words of encouragement that will bring us to a special place in the heart of God. And though we may receive the accolades, the perception of other people may be positive, but we want to make sure that how God sees us, how He views us, that He knows that our heart is close to His heart, that our thoughts are in line with His thoughts, that our ways beyond the crowd are pleasing to Him when nobody else is watching. I just wanted to kind of give food for thought, because this is a time and a season where everything is kind of based on what you have, what you do, how much money you have, what your position is. But at the end of the day, when we are preparing in our relationship with the Lord, we have to make sure that it's not about the stuff, it's not about the job, it's not about the things, it's not about the money. Do you want Him to say, well done, thy good and faithful servant? Do you want Him to say, come on, enter into my rest. Here's your castle. Here's your home. This is what I have gone away and prepared for you. Or do you want Him to say, I know you not? Are you so consumed with the perception of other people that you miss the relationship, a real relationship with your Creator? It's just something to think about. I was talking the other week about being renewed in your mind. And I had this dream on last week that I was running from somebody in the dream. And when I woke up, it was layers of the dream, which I had never experienced before. But when I woke up from the dream, the Lord told me, if you are running in the dream, you're not free. What does that mean? If you are running in the dream, you're not free. So what that meant to me is I don't have to fear anything or anybody. It doesn't matter. I would love for people to always say, Terica, you did a great job. Terica, you look great, whatever, whatever. Everybody wants to be complimented. But at the end of the day, I don't want to be in fear of anything subconsciously, or to have a perception of man that is not true to God, you know? I'm just saying, I just want to make sure that you guys have an opportunity to just do some self-reflecting, because it's all about our own individual journey. I can't run the race for you, you can't run the race for me. But it's about us being able to share some nuggets along the way that can help each other to grow to a better place, a deeper relationship with God. You know, I just want to share with you all, and again, I'm not ever trying to give my faith to anyone that doesn't want it, but I want it to be available for whoever is ready to receive. God is such a faithful God. He is so loving and so kind. He is more than you can ever imagine. He is a forgiving God. So just know that there isn't anything that you can do or have done that He is not faithful to forgive you for, if you come with a repentant heart. I just want to make sure that you know that it is great to have the perception, a positive perception from people, but you have to make sure that however God sees you, it's in the best place that you can possibly be. He loves you more than anything, and He wants the very best for you. But you know what? We have a responsibility. And we've been talking about, in our first service, about accountability. I mentioned that at the beginning of the year in one of my tapings. Accountability is necessary and needed, and we will all be responsible when we stand before the Lord. We are accountable for the choices that we make on a daily basis. We are accountable for what we put out into the atmosphere. We are accountable for how we treat one another. We are accountable for how we show up for those who love us and for those who are called according to His purpose. Hey, you know what? I don't have much to say today. I just want you to remember perception, okay? Perception. People may perceive you to be one thing. Make sure God sees you in a different light. As always, I would like for you to like, share, and subscribe. Share this with someone if you thought it was helpful. This is Terica Talbert with Century 21 Blackwell and Company, and I sponsored this episode. Until next time, enjoy your week.